I'm David Reed, and this is The Engine Room. Welcome back to The Engine Room. Today we have a very special guest, Juan Marroquin.
Good morning. Good to see you.
Did I say it right? Was
Yes.
that a good pronunciation?
Perfect. Yeah.
All right, good.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's good to have you. We've known each other a while, so...
Yeah, almost 16 years, I believe.
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. 16 years.
16 years.
Kind of cool. So you're, where are you from? Where did you
I was born and raised in Guatemala.
Were you?
Yes. Was able to come to the U.S. at an early age. My father was a military officer.
Oh, really?
And he did a lot of his professional training in the U.S., so I was in the U.S. the first time in 1969.
Wow.
And it's been downhill from that.
It's been downhill. So you came up and went back, or how?
Yeah, I did. I mean, my father would come in for 1 year stints, and my sister and I came in with the family.
Yeah.
And when his training was over, we would go back, and we did that a couple of times.
Right.
Did it in Georgia and Kansas.
All the best states.
Absolutely.
I don't have
Middle of nowhere
I don't have a lot.
locations,
That's what I would have thought. I don't have a lot of reference there, but.
Yeah, no, I still go back. I love it. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good friends.
So you so as a child you're in Guatemala.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was great. Depending on what you read in history, our countries were always involved in tremendous amount of turmoil.
Always turmoil.
Civil wars, things of that effect. But
was that around you?
Yeah, well, my father being in the military, of course, we were right smack in the middle of a lot of that. But, in spite of all those challenges, we had a great childhood. My parents were great.
Yeah.
Strict, because
military.
Pretty much being in the military ourselves.
Yeah.
But, no, they did everything they could to provide for my sister and I. And in terms of education, in developing our language skills, they sort of figure out early on that
they had you speaking English, or they had
coming
you
to the
speaking...
U.S. as children and gave us an opportunity to pick up the language. But when we went back home, they did everything they could to put us in the best schools to keep up the language. And
Nice.
It was probably the best investment they ever made for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So what age you moved? You were back and forth. So you were here
Correct.
for a year. Then what age would that be?
The first time I was 7. The second time I was 9.
So memorable.
Yeah.
It's-
Never
it's-
forgot.
Sticks in your head.
I tell people the story that I realized I wanted to come back to the U.S. when I went into a supermarket and I realized that they had more flavors of cereal than I would get at home. So I made it a mission to come back. Absolutely.
A 7 or 9 year old, you're like, this is the big stuff.
That's it.
The cereal got you in the end.
The cereal brought me back.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So, but lifestyle, were you outdoors a lot? What did you like to do?
Yeah,
as a kid?
I grew up with my father being a military officer. I grew up surrounded by a lot of the things that were going on with his job.
Yeah.
So I had a chance to fly in a lot of military aircraft.
Really?
And be involved in a lot of stuff that at an early age, not very many people have a chance. Yeah, everything.
Tanks, jeeps,
Guns, everything.
Guns.
Yeah.
Man, what an experience to be around all that stuff. So that's different.
It's fun.
Most people have little plastic ones.
No. I was dealing with stuff. I developed a lot of respect for guns all along my life. So it's
well, that's probably a good thing.
It is
to have the right
anyway,
respect. Yeah.
Enough of that.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
Wild. Okay, and then so when did you move up here full time?
Well, after I graduated from high school, I received a scholarship to attend Texas A&M.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, and that's where I got my petroleum engineering degree.
Petroleum engineering.
Correct. Yeah.
Petroleum engineering.
Petroleum engineering. Yeah.
That was your degree.
That's it. Yeah.
And did you ever do that job?
Unfortunately, no, because
Really?
what happened, I graduated back when, 85, 86. I think the price of oil was around
Right.
$8 a barrel.
Yes.
So there were
Nobody
no jobs.
wants to go
right.
there. Yeah.
So I ended up getting a job working in the downstream for ESO back in Guatemala.
ESO.
And
As a kid, I would call it 3SSO because it just my dyslexic brain.
The
Because the
oval,
E was,
True.
It
So
looked like a 3.
I worked down
backwards.
there with him for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And I married a U.S. citizen. And
Wow.
from there, I got my residency in the U.S. and decided to move to the U.S.
You met her
at college. Yeah, in college.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my wife and I relocated to the U.S. in 1988.
Yeah.
And
That
was
was when I-
rehired by Exxon here in the U.S.
My first year in the States was 88.
Yeah,
That's
it was,
interesting.
it's an adventure,
Yeah.
Had to get back to that cereal that I told
There
you
you
about.
go. It's still there. You still a cereal guy? I'm just
No, I don't
checking.
eat cereal anymore.
Okay, just checking. It could have been
You have to
some
keep-
people.
Have to keep up
It's for children.
the figure, yeah.
That's funny. So you're so career-wise, where did you go from there?
Well, I worked for Exxon and ExxonMobil after the merger.
Oh, so you went ESO to Exxon,
Correct.
which
And-
it's the same, but
Sure. Most of my career was in the lubricants and specialties world.
really,
Yes. So I
never touched your degree.
never. Only when I worked in college out in the field with Texaco doing some field.
I'm waiting for the, and then I was a petroleum engineer. Never.
Never.
Wow,
Not
was
a
it useful?
not a
Some of
single
it.
time. I mean, the
lubricants?
professional training always helps,
Yeah.
right? And Exxon had a pretty good approach to matters that says, I don't care what they taught you in college, we're going to teach you everything again here.
A little bit of brainwashing.
True,
I
true.
would say. I
And-
would say they had a style. They had people the way they wanted people to be,
That's true.
and they did a lot of training.
Yeah. So I worked with them for about 20 years in various positions from
That's a long
operations to sales to analysts to marketing to, financial,
What a journey!
roles. Yeah. And,
All in Exxon.
all in Exxon, yeah.
Or
In the U.S.
Exxon, SO Exxon, ExxonMobil. You would have gone
True.
through the.
Yeah. I left them in 2007.
Yeah.
But I worked in Europe, working
Really?
with Africa and the Middle East.
So
and
you were all over,
I was.
which
yeah.
is, I guess how they do it.
Well,
I mean,
big
they move
company,
people.
lots of development opportunities. So it was a great ride.
So
yeah.
what did you like? I mean, in those years, what was your favorite part of the ExxonMobil experience?
Well, I think, I was an operations guy when I started working.
Yeah.
And somebody figured out that this guy will, be a good salesman someday.
Really?
Yeah, so they plucked me out of operations and sent me
He's
out.
talking too much.
to-
He's going to be a
no,
sales guy.
I mean, a good listener, I would say,
There you
not a
go.
big talker.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good definition of sales.
So I went out and fell in love with it and never left it in a way. Every opportunity I received was building upon the last one,
Yeah.
which they did very well, the career development path. And it took me to different places around the world and different opportunities that helped me get where I am today.
Yeah.
Right. So
Well, international experience is always
always
good
yeah,
at rounding
yeah.
you.
Well, not just for us, but I mean the kids. I have two sons, and they were at that age where taking them around the world was a great gift.
Yeah.
Just like I received it when I was a kid.
Right. It changes your perspective.
Yeah,
and
completely.
Gives you a different outlook. So countries. What countries were you in? Let's go through some of them first.
My God, I mean, pretty much all over Africa.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, in and out.
Right.
Because I lived
You
in
were
Brussels.
traveling.
Yeah.
Oh, tough life. Brussels. That's nice.
Yeah, lived in
Nice
Mexico
place.
a couple of times.
Okay.
Working for ExxonMobil there.
Yeah.
The last assignment, I was the country manager, and dealt with all the different segments and interests that ExxonMobil had in Mexico.
Yeah.
But in and out of the U.S. and just traveling all over the world,
Always.
I think I've been to so many places I could not.
Couldn't count them.
No, I mean, if I sat down, I probably
Yeah,
could.
you'd have to go.
but-
Which one didn't I go to?
True. There were some places I didn't want to go to.
That's true. There's times you get there and you're like,
Yeah.
I don't know about this one.
Want to go back home.
Yeah. What a lot of experience.
So lots of fun in that. Yeah.
Yeah, and footprint, great company. That's all
Absolutely,
good
yeah.
experience. So, why'd you leave?
Well, opportunities come along
Yeah.
in life that
20 years is long.
Yeah, 20 years
were
is a
you
long
at
time.
20 years is long, or were you at
I was in my mid-40s,
it's a time where
So
you think about
at that point in time, you get presented with opportunities that then, you pick one.
Yeah.
And,
Well, and
I've never
Exxon-
been the one to regret making a decision. I mean, once you make them, you live with with the results.
Is it fair to say ExxonMobil kind of tries to manage your career, and were you more like, I want to manage my career, or
I was more of the entrepreneurial type, if you would.
not very ExxonMobil,
right?
So from a style standpoint,
exactly, and most of my experience was in emerging markets.
Yeah,
and
so
I had gotten to the point where I thought that a lot of that experience was probably not where I saw myself evolving. So I decided to go search something else. It brought me to NOV eventually.
Was it straight into fiberglass business? Or
No. I initially went to work for Hess a couple of years.
Really?
Yeah, I worked for Hess
Smaller.
in New York City.
Really?
In the corporate planning, working
Wow.
for John Hess and his team, and
it wouldn't be a big group, I would have thought.
it was an interesting assignment. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I mean, culturally, once you make the moves, you figure out, okay, my God, maybe I made the wrong move or not. But I did learn quite a bit. It's about what you learn along the way. So, and then I came across an opportunity with Fiberglass Systems, and I connected with Hussein Arian at the time.
You just he had an opportunity.
He did. He was looking
out.
for a VP of Sales and Marketing.
Huh.
So I was able to connect with Hussein, and we started what turned out probably into the longest interview process of my life. I mean, we spoke for about.
Over?
It's the first guy that gave me a written test in an interview.
Really? He did?
So, Hussein and I connected on many levels.
Yeah.
You remember Hussein? I mean, he had a vision for transforming FGS into a global, composite powerhouse. And,
$2 billion he used to
a
say.
billion. No.
Eventually, he said.
Yeah, eventually.
I think, $1 billion. I remember it was always big numbers. That's what I remember.
That's correct. Well, that's, the vision.
Was
The vision always needs to be, big, right? We're doing great. I mean, as an organization, you recall, you were part of a lot of those discussions. And he painted a vision that really connected with me. And
he's such a passionate man.
He was.
And a visionary.
Yeah. So.
And you can't not love it.
No, I mean, we are what we are today because of that vision and all the work put in by tons of people all over the place, right? So
he had a lot of energy. He was very excited about it all. And
true, yeah.
It was catchy. Yeah.
Well, it still is, believe it or not. I mean, I used to always joke about how do you make fiberglass sexy, and
it's kind of a secret in the company. You probably don't know that because you've been in it the whole time, but some people don't really know it's there.
True.
And I get painted with a brush about talking about it too much, but I'm like, I really.
No, I mean, we need advocates for everything that we do in NOV, and you were there from the very beginning. I recall in having some of those discussions about how should we present the brand, how should we evolve over time, and look at us now.
Great. Actually, as one of our teams, you think and talk strategically all the time, which I always enjoy. Is you're always restless over what's next and what do we do, and looking for the right direction, which is probably why it's grown to be what it is.
Yeah. We had our annual planning meeting a couple of weeks back in Singapore, and I started the chat with my team, with a chart that says for everything to remain the same, everything must change, and everybody's looking back at me like this guy's gone nuts, but. We've become market leaders in many areas, and if we don't change, we cannot maintain that position of leadership because markets evolve, competitors evolve.
Right.
So it's
always being chased.
Always. And in some cases, we're chasing others, right? So that propensity to say, okay, we got to a certain level, we got to stay now, that'll just be catastrophic for any business.
And it is that entrepreneurial side that you're always looking for new stuff. And I think when I visit facilities, there's always other things that they're looking at and asking about and pushing for. And I think all your teams are in unique markets, which is
true. Yeah. Well, and interesting markets because as part of NOV, everybody might associate us to be more of an oil and gas focused group, but we touch every aspect of industry where corrosion is a challenge, where weight is a challenge, and
which is everywhere.
So it gives us an opportunity to play in different, sandboxes, if you would, and to do so, we have to become experts at many things.
Right.
And recruiting the type of persons to allow us to do that, smart, bright, aggressive.
Do you, when you move into new markets, do you have to go find someone from that market, or or is it just a type that you're hiring to go into new markets?
Yeah, well, it varies, of course, because we have people with extensive experience that know about composites, but, linking them into a particular market to mostly change the perception of a customer in terms of you're using this, but you could be using this.
It's interesting, and we know this, and you know that I know it, but your general approach is our competition is steel.
Correct. Yeah.
And sometimes it's not comparable, but there are lots of areas where you hands down beat steel.
Oh yeah.
But everyone's familiar with steel, so it's an interesting challenge that you guys face.
Hussein used to say that nobody has ever been fired in the industry for using steel, but they sure will get fired for stepping out and using something like fiberglass products, right? Because it's different. It's a risk in the eyes of many. But we do a lot of education. We get in front of people and teach them from, almost like starting in primary school all the way to getting them to where they're demanding our products, right?
Yeah.
And we have several examples like that where, a lot of that pioneering work turned into something great for NOV.
Like an industry would just decide.
Absolutely, yeah.
There's no way this should be steel.
True.
Gas stations.
Yeah, service stations or.
That was leaky oil tanks turned out to be a bad deal.
Exactly.
And it was a great deal for us at the end.
Absolutely,
of the
from piping to storage tanks.
Yeah.
Many examples that I could enumerate, and we'd be talking for days
Forever.
on end.
Yeah, it is interesting though as you watch it. That's the big win, is when you finally find a market and go, this is
it.
Yeah, like ships. There's so many places that you'll just come across it, and then there's the crazies. You've got some crazies. There's people doing stuff that is a little bit out there.
We might be categorized as crazy sometimes.
No, I was talking about going to Plymouth, but Plymouth always has something out there, like something where you're like, what is this you're doing right now?
No, but we need that, right? I don't think we do enough, to be frank. Because once you get in a certain groove, it's difficult to get out of it.
Pipe and tank.
Yeah, pipe tanks,
but
structures for
structures
us.
gets really interesting because there's so many directions.
It's a big opportunity for us going forward. So
it is. It's a lot of fun. I definitely enjoy it. I enjoy your people, the way it works as a culture, and been to most of your plants around the world. There's a range of style.
Yeah, I lost track. I think we have 24 now.
Yeah.
We've done some consolidations, but as we've grown and brought some other toys in, we start playing with where do we go from now?
What can be done at a plant? That's
what do we take from here to another part of the world?
Yeah, Saudi's been a nice wild surprise.
Saudi is
and we were I remember
very successful.
Did we go to Saudi? Like it was a conversation at one
when
time.
I joined the company, it will be 16 years this December.
Yeah.
We were talking to the Saudis, they were familiar with composite products, but not in the applications that we wanted to pursue.
I have to tell you a story though. Last week, was that last week? Maybe this week. I'm with a guy from Aramco, and he starts to explain to me why what they need to do in their strategy is to get away from steel and use something that uses their base product. Fiberglass, which is what we told them. It's hard for me not to go, like, that's what we told you. That's our stuff you're doing. So
that's
it was really,
right.
but they have definitely turned that corner to understand, fiberglass can be all over.
They're pushing it into applications that even go beyond the capabilities of fiberglass.
Right.
So we have to say, no, you can't go that far, but
maybe you need steel.
True. But that encourages us to continue doing the type of research and development work to expand those limits,
your new large pipe.
Yeah, the large diameter products are taking they're taking the Permian by storm, and
it was an unthinkable. you can't have it with this kind of pressure rating and size, and that was not feasible.
Well, we changed our strategy, early on with Hussein when we came. Spoolable products were beginning to take over the market, and we realized that if we didn't change, that we would disappear. So we had to go into spoolables, but we also realized that there was a big market that was in the hands of steel, and that with fiberglass products, we could solve a lot of the problems that are inherent to steel. So we went out and developed a larger diameter, higher pressure alternative, and it's just taking off.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a good strategies and constantly trying to push the technical limit.
There's no question. Yeah,
that's great. So tell us a bit about yourself and your personal life. You
married.
What do you like to do? Married, that's good.
Married, 2 sons.
They out of the house?
My God, they're in their 30s by now. So
I'm, That's what when people ask me, do you have children? I'm like, I have adults.
Yeah.
I said that in their 20s. Now I can call them.
My oldest is 34. My youngest is 30.
I always tell people they're fine once they hit their 30s.
Yeah. And
it's a better time.
I've been married for 38 years.
All right. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. My wife has been great supporter. My wife is a biomedical engineer, so she's been working with that industry for all her life.
She needs more fiberglass, did you tell her?
Yeah, I know. She's really an engineer. I'm not an engineer. So, like I said before, we lived all over the place, relocated the family, I think 15 times in those 38 years.
That's a lot of moves.
A lot of moves, yeah. And, they're all doing their thing now. My son is a high school teacher, and my younger one is a fundraiser for the University of Kansas Endowment.
Look at that.
So none of them wanted to be an engineer.
Yeah.
So
nobody wanted to work in fiberglass.
No. We did something wrong along the way.
Well, you let them choose their own path.
True.
Good.
You asked about my hobbies. I'm a big sports fan.
Are you? The San Antonio
football, parentheses soccer is probably
football.
my big fan. The real football. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Where you use your foot to kick a ball.
Exactly. And I've been going to every World Cup since I could afford it. 1990 was my first one.
You're pretty excited then about next year.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
Is there an NOV suite or?
That depends on you guys. I don't know.
I can tell you there's not.
I know. I saw that email.
But I'm definitely interested in any other way. Yeah.
So, my wife and I have been traveling to these events.
Who are you supporting team-wise?
Team-wise,
are you a USA?
Country-wise, I'm a big Italy fan.
Really?
Always have been.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So.
Where did that come from?
I connected with them, I guess, back in the early 70s, and I kind of stuck with them.
It's a funny, in Britain, you have another team. In Scotland, you definitely have an English team.
Sure.
Because, our football's okay, but you need an English team. But
yeah. So team-wise, my father was a big fan of Real Madrid.
Okay.
The big brands make it all over the place. And I kind of got latched on to along the way. And
are you a travel to games?
Yeah, no, I've been to the last 5 Champions League finals that they've been to. Yeah,
that's some serious. My older brother's
some serious money.
It is. Like I can feel it. My brother flies all over. He's a Celtic man and goes everywhere.
Oh yeah.
My team, Aberdeen.
I was at a Rod Stewart concert the other day, and he was a big Celtic fan himself.
He is.
So,
it's a thing. But that's my brother. He has 8 kids, so I think he's just trying to get football supporters, but they're all Celtic fans as well. It's a bizarre, everyone else, we're from Aberdeen. That's our team.
Yeah.
We won a cup last year. It was a big deal for us. But it's a funny obsession. I have a lot of friends who are into football, and we talk about it all the time. And
well, my wife decided quite some time ago that we would spend our money in what we called experiences, right?
Nice.
And so we do that.
So you travel, there may be football games at the same time as your travel?
True. My wife has said that she wants to go on vacation when there's not a game going on.
Yeah, it's I know how that works. That's so funny. That my brother would often turn up in Scotland, and the family would be like, isn't that nice? I'm like, there's a game. That's why.
Yeah.
Our sibling chat is football. And
it's like my fall turns into, another, interest of mine, very passionate about it, which is also football, but American football.
Okay, so you like both kinds. You
Yeah,
like
we have
and the kick it around.
season tickets for the Kansas City Chiefs. I've been a fan since I lived in Kansas as a child.
So you stuck with that. I was going to say, when you said sports, I'm like, San Antonio. You got basketball.
Well, the Spurs, and that was about it. But, and I lived in San Antonio for almost 13 years.
Yeah.
But during the fall, a lot of my life is, I got to get to Kansas City. I got to get to, so, yeah.
It's good to have a job you can go around, and then your holidays are going around.
It helps.
I do. I had a meeting with the Scottish government last year, and they said, so you're here? You came here to see us? And I was like, no, I came to see Aberdeen play, and you're here.
You just happened to be here,
You fit in with that schedule. Sure, we were having a great beginning of season last year. I'm like, I have to see this, and that was the end of it. It went terrible after that, but it was a funny moment. But it is funny how much that can kind of focus. So you like both footballs. There's at least soccer, you get a lot more games.
You do, every Sunday for a whole year.
Yeah.
So no, we enjoy that. It's been a great passion of mine since I was a child. My father and I used to go to a game to the team we followed in Guatemala.
Right.
Every weekend.
I had to go every single game.
Yeah.
I had to sit outside a pub for a couple hours.
Oh, I used to have to bring my dad home after the game. That was my mission.
That's how that goes. But I actually worked at the soccer stadium because I was like, I didn't like this whole sitting outside the pub thing. So 13 to 19, I worked in the stadium, which in the Alex Ferguson years, by the way. Which
that's nice time.
Good years.
Yeah.
So I was around the players and I was in all the spaces. It was really cool.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do that after I retire.
Yeah, there you go. Get a job. It's not a bad idea. There is another NOV person who just joined a professional team's board. There's there's some things you can do.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Some of those small teams need help, and that's what he's doing. They're all trying to be Wrexham,
Yeah.
They're all trying to find ways
on TV.
Yeah, they're trying to find ways to make money.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, that's good. And that's it. That's most of your personal life, or you have?
No, I mean, family,
play?
Of course, is a big and very important thing for us. My siblings are still in Guatemala. I try to visit when I can. But life takes its own turns, and other things take priorities. But no, for us is that it's family and having fun as a family.
That's nice. So you're still well connected to the kids.
Oh yeah. The kids are.
We are too. Yeah.
I think I'm still paying for their cell phones.
Well, I don't want to know if I am. I don't think I am, but I might be.
You'd be surprised.
I try not to know, I think.
True. Yeah.
Well, that's good. Well, great. Well, thanks for coming on.
No, I'm happy that I got the invitation, and thank you for having me. It's, NOV gave me those opportunities that I was looking for, and having been, blessed with working with Hussein and working with the fiberglass systems team around the world to build what we have become has been an absolute joy.
Let me ask you this: what made for a good career? You've had a couple of careers, I think. What really worked for you?
Hard work.
Yeah.
I mean, my father was, like I said, was a very strict man, and he always instilled in me and my siblings that culture of hard work.
Yeah.
And he always was of the philosophy that if you do well in your job now, as he used to say, the most important job you have is the one you have now.
That's good.
And if you do a good work there, it'll get you to the next step. And so my sister, and then I have a younger brother as well. We all kind of grew under that, that culture.
And you look for that, I assume, in people when you see that.
Of course,
you're like, yeah. You recognize it. You're like, this is.
It's
us.
like this is the kind of guy that, or person that I really want as part of the team. And the other one is I don't like to lose. I
like that.
I have to win all the time.
I like that.
And I have to go figure out why if I don't get what I intended and improve it for the next one. And that persistence and just pushing forward is always been part of my life. And
I like it.
Somebody giving me a performance review one time said that I had healthy level of impatience
That's
about
good.
everything I did. And I said, okay, that sounds good to me.
You're driven. You won the result.
Absolutely.
That's Real Madrid's fault. Or the Kansas Chiefs, I guess
The
we could
best,
say now.
you know. Yeah. Well, the Chiefs were bad for 50 years, and now we're pretty good.
Just did all right, you know.
Yeah.
That's a good one for you. Well, good.
It was.
Good. Well, thanks for coming on.
David, thank you for
Really
having me.
enjoyed it.
Always
and,
a pleasure to see you. And
yeah, we'll have you back sometime.
I would love to do it again.
Okay. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.